Hey everyone, so today I'm recreating a look from the Vogue Brazil February edition featuring the beautiful Adriana Lima. She looks, once again I'm gonna say it, beautiful, and she's like extremely brown, just like the sun. Well, the sun isn't brown, but well, another thing is brown, that's not pretty. But anyway, she looks radiant and very, very kind of bronzy and glowy and a little bit jealous. But anyways, here in Canada it's freezing cold, so I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna go all out, apply fake tan and all of that jazz, and do a very, very summery look for you guys. So I hope you enjoy it, and stay tuned if you want to learn how to complete it. So you might wonder, what happened to your skin? Why are you so bronze? Why are you kind of orange? Well, what I did is apply a lot of powders, highlighters, powders. Did I say just powders? Anyways, I kind of faked my way to getting a very, very bronzy, maybe even a little bit fake tan, because I saw this photo of Adriana Lima on the cover of Vogue Brazil. And I'm like, okay, well, here in Canada it is extremely cold, and like it's the worst weather right now. It's freezing rain, and it's like not beautiful at all. So I'm like, oh, I saw this photo, it looks pretty easy. It's an easy look. Of course, it took me a while to get this fake tan, because at least an hour for real, because I applied it almost all over my body. So I'm gonna tell you what I did exactly. Well, first of all, I've used a liquid foundation, and I mixed it in with, well, actually mixed this powder with the foundation. It is the Iridescent powder in Golden Bronze from M.A.C. Now this definitely has an orange tint to it, so that's why I'm a little bit orange. But after I went and contoured with, I contoured with a blush from M.A.C. called, I believe it's a brown, is it a blush? I'm not even sure if it's a blush, but it's called Blunt over here, just to kind of tone down the orange a little bit. So this is basically a matte brown. And I've also contoured a little bit with a big, I swear I kind of like ate powder. I powdered too much. With this big brown over here, I'm not too sure where I got this palette. It's been a while since I used it, but I contoured a little bit in the cheekbone with that brown over here. I might contour a little bit more later on, because I like contour. I need it, okay? So that's basically what I've done, and that iridescent powder I showed you has a lot of like gold reflex to it, so it's beautiful when like the sun hits it, just like now, fake sun, my lamp right there. I changed the bulb and it looks really, really bright, but anyways, hopefully it's fine. And for the highlight, I went in with a little bit of Mineralized Skin Finish Natural in medium, and I've also went in with a loose powder from M.A.C in NC30, especially underneath the eyes. And I applied, yeah, that's it basically. So that was my explanation for this fake tan. Now we can move on with the look, which is kind of really, really easy, nothing too drastic. So we're going to start off by using kind of a, it's kind of a brown, but with a little bit of rose underneath, like an undertint, if I could say. It's called Haux, which is a French word, not Haux, because that's not a good word. But basically what I'm going to do is just use a fluffy brush for now. I'm going to use this one over here. It's like tapered a little bit over here, but it's still fluffy on top, just the way I like it. So you want to take a little bit of that eyeshadow, because in the photo it looks like a brown that she has on her eyes, but it's kind of like a warm brown, definitely with a little bit of rose to it. Well, not rose, but it's going to be a mix of colors. So I didn't apply anything on my lid, not even a base or anything, because I'm already a little bit pink on the lid. So I figured, you know, might as well use that natural pink. So I'm just taking that and just applying on the lid, right, just like so. And after right in the crease, don't bring it too high, because this is kind of a wash of brown. It's not like a definition. And you just want to apply that a little bit in the upper part over here. You know that technique when you want to touch the brow? You don't necessarily want to touch the brow, but you want to move it up there. Just a little bit. And then on the outer corner, you just want to wing it out like that. Not too much. Like I said, it's like there's no definition needed. It's like a wash of brown. So that's basically it. Then I'm going to take a brown from M.A.C with some sparkle to it. I'm going to take Mulch, I don't know. It's like a brown with gold reflex in it. I'm using the same brush. And oh, that seems to have a lot of fallout. So you want to use the same technique. So same placement, same technique. I don't like that brown. It creates a lot of fallout, but I'm going to work with it. See, I'm like just barely touching, and see all of, you see all of that that's creating it? That looks cheap to me, baby. Then just because I didn't think that eyeshadow was so messy, I'm going to use just another brush because, you know, it's getting everywhere. So taking another fluffy brush, clean one, of course. It's freshly out of my bum. Just bring that out. And you're not taking any more colors, you're just kind of creating that wash. So you see it's definitely kind of brownish. If you have dark circles, you could work with it. So let's put that back because I'm not a big fan of it. Then you want to take an angle brush and you want to take, well, actually I'm going to go back in it. So you want to take that Mulch, whatever, and run that right onto the lower lash line. Make sure you connect the lower lash line with the top one. And after, of course, you want to blend that in. And you want to smoke it out a little bit. So I'm taking your pencil brush just like that. We're not going to define the waterline. We're not going to define the cat eye. We're not going to define anything. Well, maybe my cornhole later on, but you know. I'm still unsure if I should show it. It's extremely white. Ask Nikki Tutorial, she knows. I'm concentrating the color and the blending on the outer part over here. You want to keep the inner part quite tight. When I say tight, it's like you're not looking for a big amount of color there. Now you want to take a little bit of black, not too much. I'm taking Carbon from M.A.C onto my angle brush. And I'm going to just push that on the outer corner of my eye. Just very, very lightly. And after, go back with your pencil brush and blend. And that trick that I always do because I'm applying lashes, I'm just going to, ouch. That was my funny bone. Apply that right into the roots of your upper lashes. After that it's done, I'm going to take my MSF Natural in medium and taking that fluffy brush, the cleaner one, and I'm just very lightly going to dust that on my brow bone just to kind of define it a little bit, not too much. Now onto the lid, I'm going to create a little bit more dimension. I'm going to take the Iridescent powder from M.A.C in Golden Bronze, and I'm just going to take a flat brush, and I'm going to take a little bit and just apply that right in the middle of our lid, just to add a little shine. Next, I'm going to move on to the highlight right away because I want to talk to you guys about a product that I've received from a very, very good friend. I'm so thankful for her. Lady Coco C1 here on YouTube. I'll put her link in the info bar and as well, like probably here in the video somewhere. She's very, very kind. She has like a lot of vlogs and she talks about beauty products. I adore her. But she sent me a product that I've been dying to use forever. It is the highlight that Mario, Kim Kardashian's makeup artist, uses on her. And I've heard really good things about it, but I have mixed, I'm not in frame it seems, I have mixed comments about it. So it is called M Glam. It is from a company called Giela. Having a hard time to speak. I'm telling you, I inhaled too much powders. So it is a highlight powder. You could use it on, well, it is a highlight, but you could use it on your lids, anywhere pretty much. And it's basically a very, very well blended powder if you look, let's say like at the M.A.C here, I hope this isn't framed. So you see that M.A.C, you probably see that sparkle. It's kind of a little bit chunkier. Hopefully you can see it, I'm not too sure. And this is definitely more fine. It's extremely fine. I love the M.A.C Iridescent powders, but sometimes the glitters are a little bit chunky, and like from far away it looks really good, but from up close sometimes see those kind of sparkle. But that product, sorry I'm taking a long time, I love it, but I didn't expect it to be so pigmented. That being said, for us very light sisters, fair to medium fair, this is not for you unless you like a fake tan. I know that Beat Face Honey uses it a lot, but then again she's a caramel sister. Now I've tried using this on myself. I would say like fair to medium fair, and this is not good for me unless I'm doing a very bronzy look like I am today. So unfortunately, if you are very fair, I love Giela, don't get me wrong. I love the way the product is, how do you call that, milded? Is that it? Anyways, because it's very fine and it looks very natural. But then again, I don't believe that Mario uses that on Kim K every day, because I'm telling you, it has a very bronzy undertone, and you can't use it on fair. Kim is probably medium to like a little bit darker than that, but it's so pigmented that it's impossible that he uses it on her every day. I'm not saying he does, he already said it, but I don't believe it. But then again, I love this product. You get what I'm saying? So with that being said, I'm going to apply it. I'm going to highlight my face with it. You'll see what it does exactly on the face. It gives you a beautiful finish. I'm going to use just a fluffy brush like this. That's going to give me a little bit of control. Now I have a little bit in the cap over here. You don't need a lot. That's what I like about it. So I'm just applying it on the cheekbones over here. And I'm actually going to use a lot so you can see it like camera. You know, camera washes things away. So around, and a little bit on the cheeks, just so that we have that nice glow. I'm pretty sure you can already see what it does. I'll do just one side so you can see the difference. Around the eye, a little bit on that higher plane, if I could say. It blends beautifully on the skin. So you see I'm gonna apply a little bit more. You see that beautiful glow? It is absolutely beautiful. One of the best highlighters I've used, like a powder, because it's so like well milled. Is that I need to figure it out. I need to figure out the word. But you definitely see that it gives you a beautiful glow. But if you were fair, you would look orange right now. So that's not cute. So unfortunately, girls, I'm sorry, but if you are fair, the product is not for you. Not that shade though. I don't know if there's any other shades, but I was attracted to this shade because you know how like Kim K looks always like flawless. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna use it, you know. And in some photos, like I went onto some blogs and even like Mario's blog, and let's say he shows a photo of Kim K and he says like, oh, I've used this and this and this and this. It's impossible that he uses this like on her for that particular look. I'm telling you, it's a very pigmented. I'll show you actually on my skin after I'm done. See like my arm, see how like dark I look? Anyways, this is my arm. I'm gonna take a little bit of product on my finger, and hopefully you can see that and see how like bronzy this looks onto like a fair skin tone. This is way too bronzy for a fair skin tone, unfortunately. So I'm going to use a little bit of lipstick from Lise Watier called Champagne, which is basically kind of a nude but with a little bit of pink to it. Nothing too like drastic. And I'm going to use a lip brush. I'm not going to use a lip liner because this is kind of a natural look. Oh my god, I forgot my lashes. I am going to be applying lashes. I'm sorry, I know she doesn't wear lashes in that cover, but look at me, I need lashes, okay? So I've applied my lashes, which are very natural, and applied a coat of mascara. Now I'm going to move on to the blush, and as a blush I'm going to use a bronzer from M.A.C called Solar Riche, which is kind of a more orangey with shimmer bronzer. So I'm going to use that as a blush. I'm just taking my paddle brush over here, just applying that mostly like in my contour, but a little bit on the apples of the cheeks and dragging it down. Now just to kind of like punch up the look a little bit more, I'm going to make it more moist looking. So I'm going to use a product that I've heard about from Nikki Tutorials. Well, I'm talking about a lot of people today. It is the Elizabeth Arden 8-Hour Cream, and this is like a great moisturizer, but it gives you also, if you use it, like you could use it as a gloss, you could use it as a highlight. So what I'm going to do is, just with this synthetic brush, I applied a little bit on the back of my hand, and I'm going to just drop a little onto my lids, so it looks a little bit more kind of moist looking. Now the product underneath are going to kind of separate, so you need to act kind of fast. This is not like an everyday look, unfortunately. So, but it gives you a very nice texture. I love this texture, and I'm very thankful for Nikki's tip. I actually bought it yesterday. That girl makes me like spend my money like you don't even know. And see, when you close your eyes, it gives you a very nice sheen. And the rest of what I have, I'm just gonna pat it on my lips just to give a very natural glow. So this basically concludes my look for today, taken from the cover of Vogue Brazil with the beautiful Adriana Lima. I hope you enjoyed. Keep this look in your mind so you can recreate it for the summertime. I definitely feel like I'm laying on the beach, and there's like guys walking around in Speedo shorts, and just I can hear the noise of the beach, the waves, the sand, and the birds. But anyways, I hope you enjoyed this look, and I'll see you guys very soon. Bye!